Hey guys, so today I wanted to bring you the new palettes from Covergirl. These are available exclusively at Walmart, I believe. They all have like this royal packaging, so if you guys are curious to see swatches and see them in action, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have 3 out of the 4. I think I'm missing the gold one, but Covergirl was kind enough to send me these 3 palettes so that I can share them with you guys. So let's start off with the Ascension palette. This one is like a white embossed kind of like scroll pattern, if you can see it here. And inside you have very cool tone shades. You've got a row of shimmers and a row of mostly like satin mattes with one shimmer here. You have the Revolution palette, which has the black and red, reminds me of like a vampire, kind of goth. And then inside you have mostly metallics with a few kind of satin mattes thrown in here. And then you have the Overthrown palette, which has a crown on it. So I don't know if this is Game of Thrones related. I don't know if this is like a collaboration with Game of Thrones, but it has like that dark royal design to it. And inside you have mostly dark shades with a few like satin mattes, and I say satin matte because it doesn't look like it's a completely matte formula. It looks like it has a hint of sheen to it, which we will find out when we start swatching them. So why don't we start with this Covergirl Overthrown palette. They're very soft and pigmented, so we have Dethroned, Alter Ego, that's pretty, that's like a copper rose duochrome, Conviction, and Loveless. Loveless is like a burgundy shimmer with gold flecks in it. It's a really unique shade. Next 4, we have Never Again, Taken, that's pretty weak, Wreckage, which is like a nice plum shimmer, and Swiped, which I thought would be a lot brighter from the pan. Here it is in the pan, and here it is on the arm. It's a lot darker than I expected. And then the last 4, we have Smoldering, Vanquished, Fallen, which would be a good crease shade, and Legacy, which is a really pretty like yellow gold to peachy gold duochrome. So here are the shades from this palette. So far, the ones I'm impressed with are Loveless and Legacy. I think these 2 are really pretty, and this looks like it will be a good crease shade. Moving on to the red palette, this one is the Revolution palette. Ooh, okay. So here are the first 4. We have Brazen, that's a pretty shade, Get It, Showdown, and Day 1. Next 4, we have Commotion, Legend, Exposed, and Ruthless. This one looks like a berry with flecks of blue in it. And the last 4 shades, we have Secret Password, Soot and Sparkle, Bear It All, and Dare. I was expecting this to be a blue. In the pan it looks blue. Here it looks green. You guys see that? Definitely looks like a bright blue, but swatched, it is definitely a green. So they play tricks on you with these colors. So here are the swatches for the red palette right here. And finally we have this white palette, the Ascension palette. Here are the first 4 shades, woo, of this palette. We have Glass Slipper, Aura, which you can't really see very well, Fantasy, and Twirl. And this is my left hand, guys, so cut me some slack with the swatching. These are all like, I would say pretty highlight shades, not necessarily like all over the eye shades. Next 4, we have Loyalty, Tulle, Queen to Be, and Truffles. And the last four, all very muted tones. We have Committed, Bliss, Admiration, and Curtsy. But you can see, like, these bottom three kind of just fade into my skin tone, so I don't think I can make a full look with any of this, but perhaps combined with the other palettes we can make a full look. So here are the shades up close from this white palette. Alright, so this green one is calling to me, this gold, kind of these neutral shades, and maybe some of the highlights. So I'm just going to open them all up in front of me and let's dive right in. First I'm going to go into this red palette and go into this cream shade, which is Bare It all over the lid. They're quite dusty, as you can see. Then going into Overthrown, I'm going to go into Fallen as my crease shade. Next, I really want to go into this green shade from the red palette, so I'm going to go into Soot and Sparkle all over the lid and see what happens, and I'm going to spray my brush with a little setting spray. It's actually not applying very well with a brush. It's pretty patchy. I'm going to try with the finger. I like the intensity I'm getting with the dampened brush, but it's patchy and hard to blend, and with the finger I'm not getting the intensity that I want. So let me try spraying that. That's a little better. Then going back in with that Fallen shade, I'm just going to try to blend out the edges of the blue. Instead of blending out, it's blending away. This is very strange. And all of the sparkle has completely blended off. That's probably as good as it's going to get as far as the blending goes. You guys really saw me working to blend this out. Whew. Does not blend easily. I'll say that. Since we have so much smokiness on the top, I think I'm going to just go in with these two shades from the red palette on the lower lash line. Keep it simple. Let me finish out the other eye, apply some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and added a little bit of lash liner lashes and a little bit of W7 mascara to the lower lash line, and I went ahead and used the Ascension palette and put this kind of light icy blue on the inner corners and this Tulle shade under the brow. That one's very subtle, but I like the blue on the inner corner. It really helps it pop. So I have now tried shadows from all 3 of these palettes. I'm going to say that they feel nice and creamy and pigmented when I was swatching them, but the blue, I had a really hard time getting it to build up, keeping it from blending away. The glitter just kind of disappeared as soon as I started blending, so I had to go back with layer after layer after layer. The same with this shimmer shade. I mean, I had to build it up a couple times, and even then it's not as intense as I thought it would be. But I really liked these matte shades. The matte shades so far have been really nice. So like the mauve one in the crease did a really good job. The 2 matte shades that I used on the lower lash line did a really nice job. So I think they are fun palettes. I think that they're more collector's items than anything. You do get a nice big mirror, which is nice, but they could have made these a bit smaller because the shadows only take up this much space. They could have put them in like a smaller compact. So I think this definitely was meant to be eye-catching, decorative, more of a collector's piece. So these are really fun. They are pretty. Are they the best shadows at the drugstore? Probably not. I would say go with the Maybelline Matte Bar if you love mattes. And I would say go with the Luxie Beauty shadows, which are only $4 if you like really intense shimmers and metallics. As always, I have a discount code JOY10 down below if you guys would like to use it. It brings it down to $3.60 per shadow, which I think is awesome. And their shipping is really affordable as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed seeing swatches and try on of these new palettes from CoverGirl. If you did enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.